bell already, and they're in the cage. And you'll get some inside of the cage camera work from our cameraman, Popeye. And right now, they're just going to beat each other up.
Just not a lot of room to run here, and Boogie Woogie it's like he's had it pinned up all of last year and all of this year. Not much to this year so far in 2008, but he's got some 2000 hate for Hammerjack. Oh, runs him into the steel cage.
And Hammerjack's head gets rammed into the steel cage right away. And the Boogie Woogie boy now scoops. And a belly-to-belly suplex, snap suplex by Boogie Woogie. And Hammerjack all of a sudden is getting the whale beat out of him.
Hammerjack's going to have to use that sledgehammer for a crutch. It looks like if Boogie Woogie keeps going. Here goes, hair into pulled him by the hair, throwed his head right into the cage.
And Hammerjack that time took the brunt of the cage on his head, and there was nothing to stop. 1, 2, count of 2. And Boogie Woogie now working on Hammerjack. And Hammerjack, I'm trying to see, it looks like his forehead, his skull may be the worst for wear already in this match.
You know, right now, Michael St. John, Boogie Woogie, right now should get out of this cage. All he's got to do is get out of this cage to get him in. You know he won't do it. You know he won't do it because he's irritated. He's very angry.
And there's so much pride in athletics, whether it's football, baseball, soccer, whatever. I mean, right now, the object of the match is to win the match.
Exactly. The object of the match is to win the match. He can do that by pinfall. The easiest way, I see, would be for him just to jump out of this cage.
Hammerjack reversing Boogie Woogie with it. And now Hammerjack, big right hand by Boogie. Got him with the clothesline.
Right now, Michael, he should just start climbing. Start climbing, that's it, go home. You've won the match.
Well, you also have to realize, Jack, that Boogie Woogie is operating on one wheel, or a wheel and a half, if you would, because he's been hurt. And now he's taken into the cage by Hammerjack. That's what happened.
Hammerjack may be the same way. He could get the advantage here. He could climb out of the cage. He's not got that yet, or I don't know that he will. But I think he's the same way. It's like Hammerjack wants to be trapped in the cage with Boogie, and Boogie has built up some hatred for Hammerjack. Well, no, I said the wrong thing. I predicted wrong because Hammerjack looks like he's trying to get out.
And Hammerjack trying to push the cage open, and Boogie Woogie using it to his advantage.
Using the cage as a weapon right there.
You know, Jack, one thing I'm noticing right away in this match, and we're about six and a half minutes into this one, is the fact that both of these men are using the cage to their advantage thus far. Boogie Woogie may be leaving right now. He's climbing to the top of the cage.
He's climbing. No, he's bracing himself at the top of the cage. It looks like he's... Oh, no!
He's balancing at the top of the cage.
Oh!
Nobody home, and he hit that leg on the canvas, and Boogie Woogie is down.
Well, you can shatter an ankle or any part of the lower leg right there. And Boogie, just a big move, a big high-risk move. You know, he could have just climbed over right there. That'd been it. But Boogie didn't want to. He wanted to lay something to Hammerjack. Now it's backfired on him, and Hammerjack is just stomping the Boogie Woogie boy right in the midsection.
In the mean street of Hammerjack taking over, and Boogie Woogie, who gives away a lot in stature and size, right now is slammed, and I thought we were going to lose the right side of the ring just then.
I'd say they put it up there really good, really secured it, really braced it. But when you throw a man into the wall of the cage like that, it's a wonder they didn't come down.
Boogie goes at about, what, 245, and Hammerjack about 300. Oh.
Big shots to that head. Oh. I just hate to see a man with a concussion problems. You know how once you have concussions, Steve Young, whoever in the NFL or whatever line of work you're in, once you have, you're more prone to it.
Well, and when you look at what Hammerjack just did, he used the momentum of Boogie Woogie to literally beat him from pillar to post in this cage. And you can see the officials of NWA Top Rope. We have officials from other organizations that are here at ringside with security, but also very, very curious as to the outcome of this match, as I see several of the wrestlers in the back that have come out to watch this one, because this is monumental here in SAW.
This is the match I've been waiting for. And Boogie almost out the cage door. Came running from the corner. Hammerjack moved to the side, and Boogie Woogie could have won, you know, with that dot had he gone through the cage. And yes, all the wrestlers are looking on. This is the one, Michael St. John, that everyone's been waiting for. Fans, wrestlers, TV viewers alike, they want to see this big match. They want this feud something to happen. You know, for it to end, if it ends bad, if it ends good, if it ends whatever, they want a final solution to this matchup.
Michael St. John, Jack Johnson with you at ringside. You know, Jack, I've never seen a feud end good, no matter which side you're on.
This can end good. There's no good outcome of this. It's like both men almost want to kill each other.
Right now, Hammerjack with everything his way, and now just shoving the referee out of the way. And you know, there's strict rules in SAW about manhandling referees, but right now the referee manhandled, and there Boogie Woogie slammed into that fence again. And this cage literally is just one solid reinforced fence, and it is really Hammerjack domain thus far.
Hammerjack, I did an interview with him. He in a roundabout way said the cage match was his forte. He's used to that type of match. He likes to be in an enclosed space. Like you said, we saw him using the cage. Boogie, a veteran, he also uses the cage. But this is just Hammerjack's kind of deal. I mean, this is what he does best.
Well, I think Hammerjack revealed to the fans and really to the officials of SAW that he spent part of his life literally in a cage. I took that to mean he was incarcerated.
He as a youth, he was in a youth center from ages 14 till about 18, and then at age 18 to 19, they actually put him in with a general prison population where, you know, anything can happen when you're a 19-year-old kid, and it's just something he doesn't talk about a whole lot, but I'm sure that's shaped him.
Well,
and it shaped his wrestling career.
The repeated kneading of the head to the cage has lacerated Boogie Woogie, and he is bleeding profusely.
Like a busted tomato. Look at that. That is awful.
Well, you saw Hammerjack with the cabbage or the lettuce a few weeks ago against the cage, but right now it's Boogie Woogie losing a lot of blood because the repeated meeting of the head and the tender part of the skull into the cage.
He's got that 1,000-yard stare right now. Look at him.
It's all Hammerjack, and Hammerjack with the advantage. You know, and here's the thing, maniacal as Hammerjack is, I don't think he realizes that the condition he's got Boogie in, he could leave the ring right now.
Leave right now. Just leave right now. Just forget all this. Leave right now. It's over. Hammerjack's the winner of the entire feud. That could settle it right there. But like I say, both men are just crazy enough to stay in there till the other one just drops and can't get up.
Boogie, mask of crimson. You know, as much as I hate to say it, very much like his namesake, Handsome Jimmy.
Exactly.
But right now, and once your head is lacerated.
Was he pointed at her and said a little something?
Takes him for the scoop slam. Boogie Woogie fell out of it, punches him again. Now, went downstairs on the Boogie Woogie boy. I'm surprised the referee didn't stop the match right there, Jack.
You wonder, they must have been in agreement beforehand just to let this one go.
They have just let them both fight for it. Boogie trying to scoop, both men going for it. Here's Hammerjack, belly to belly, and down they go.
How much more can these two take?
Hammerjack for the cover. And again, Boogie Woogie boy breaks out.
It's like a basketball game. You remember years and years and years ago, you may not remember Michael St. John, I don't really either. I've read about it. Basketball games were held in cages. They were called cage matches. They didn't really have, referees weren't calling the fouls like it. This is like a basketball game where no fouls are called. You could do anything you wanted to. Anything.
Boogie Woogie wraps him up. Small package. Got it. Got him. Got him.
Look out. That is it.
A sudden end to a very brutal match.
Very, very brutal match, to say the least. The most brutal and the most violent and the craziest match in Southern All-Star Wrestling history. It's one for the scrapbook, one for the, some people still have a VCR, the DVD recorder, the YouTube clip, the website, whatever you got. www.southernwrestling.net. This is one they will talk about for a long time, and the man that won it was the Boogie Woogie boy, Gary Valiant.
Well, the Boogie Woogie boy got some well-earned revenge, but paid a price in the cage today here on SAW.
He paid such a serious price. He's not going to be right. Neither man's going to be right for a long, long time.
Both of these men, worse for wear. Uh-oh.
Hammerjack is... He's got the sledgehammer. He's got the sledgehammer.
Hammerjack got the sledgehammer off the floor. Here comes Rick Santel.
Rick
Santel is going to take it away.
He's going to take it away.
Rick Santel takes it away from Hammerjack to protect the Boogie Woogie boy.
I was telling you earlier what a great guy Rick Santel was in and out of the ring. Has always helped people. And wait a minute. Hang on a second.
What happened?
What's going on
Rick
here?
Santel just nailed Boogie Woogie on the leg with that hammer. Hold on a second. He's got handcuffs.
He told him to lock the door. He told Hammerjack to lock the door. We were just
Rick
talking about...
Santel, what is gone wrong here?
He's a nutcase.
Rick Santel is beating the bejesus out of the Boogie Woogie boy.
Santel...
This is your hero. He's got him handcuffed.
Oh, man.
And the officials are trying to unlock the cage door, but Hammerjack has done the duty, and he's got that hammer, he's got that sledgehammer in the ring as well.
Rick Santel has fooled us all, Michael St. John. He's fooled everybody.
Hammerjack and Rick Santel are beating up the Boogie Woogie boy after he got the cage match victory.
Will it never end between Hammerjack and Boogie Woogie boy? Apparently not. And now Rick Santel. Rick Santel is in the mix. Believe it or not, you thought he was coming out to save the Boogie Woogie boy to help him out.
Everybody here at ringside, Jack, they are shocked, but I got to tell you, there's no way to get in the ring.
This is not the way, this is not the Rick Santel we've known for so long. Look, here comes Hot Rod Biggs.
Hot Rod Biggs trying to come into the ring. Let's see, has he got a key?
I don't think he needs it. Oh, wait a minute, he's going up top.
Biggs wants to get in the ring, and they're using the sledgehammer now on the lower abdomen of the Boogie Woogie boy.
They've got that door locked. Nobody can get in. Hot Rod Biggs tried to climb, but to no avail.
The camera you see inside the ring is in para. Rick Santel smiling over the damage that he has done, and the Boogie Woogie boy is taking a pounding.
Here comes Reno. Reno Riggins is scaling the cage. Oh, look, Santel has got Hammerjack's sledgehammer.
Wait a minute, here comes Eugene. Here comes Eugene. What's going on? Here comes Eugene. We're trying to get there. Reno Riggins has been knocked to the floor. One of the security agents has been knocked to the floor. This has gotten out of hand.
Eugene's got the key. I think Eugene appears to have a key or something to pick that lock.
Wait a minute, Eugene has picked the lock.
He's got it open.
He picked the lock.
Eugene. He knows they've got the sledgehammer. He knows they've got the sledgehammer in there.
Eugene is in. Reno Riggins, the matchmaker, is in. Hot Rod Biggs has entered the ring. Here comes the other referees in the ring. Standoff in the cage right now, but still, they are continuing to pound on the Boogie Woogie boy.
Madness and chaos in Millersville right now. This is the Millersville Madhouse for sure.